Hi Cancer, Happy New Year and welcome to your January Astrology. And this is, it's halfway between your next birthday month, so your halfway cycle. In this particular month, there can be a lot about connecting with other people. Some of it can be a little bit of a push and pull, like what do they want from me, what do I want for myself. If you are in a romantic relationship, there can be a lot to be said for this month around that push and pull. Not necessarily bad, but just events happening. Let's go here, let's do this. If you're not in a relationship, this can be a month where you connect with somebody and you really put time and effort into developing a relationship. So there's a lot about developing relationship with others. Now, if you're not even interested, maybe you're like, I'm not even interested in a lover, a relationship, then the energy that you would be putting into relationships will be friendships, professional relationships, and many times how the energy manifests is on a lot of different layers, depending on, where you are in your own personal life, in your own personal chart. So it can be like shuffling. Whose priority? Is it my professional relationships? Is it my friendships? Is it my lover? Is it my family? So it can be different layers for different people of which one is the primary relationship that it's showing up, that there's lots of effort being put into it, a lot of time being spent. And sometimes it's that there's a realization that there's not enough time to spend with those that you want to spend time with. So it's more on the intellectual side and the heart side of thinking, how do I make this connection? How do I find the time? Where are they? Now, when we enter into January, all the planets are moving direct. There's a lot of switch, a lot of planetary, hopscotch that's going on the first 10 days. Mercury changes signs and goes into Aquarius, where it's going to station and go retrograde. Then Mars goes from Libra into Scorpio. Now Mars going into Scorpio, into a water sign, can be very good for you, but it's also emphasizing why there can be effort put into relationships, into romance. If you were a mother, it means that you could be putting quite a bit of effort into mothering and parenting. If you are wanting to get pregnant, then you could be putting a lot of effort into working on getting pregnant. So there's quite a bit of focus. And if none of those things interest you, then this Mars and Scorpio energy is putting energy into something that you love, a hobby, an activity. I really want to do this. I'm going to make time to do this. I love this. This is my hobby. This is my thing. Get out of my way. Let me do this. Then Mercury goes retrograde on the 5th. Jupiter goes retrograde on the 7th. The new moon is on the 9th. So see, we got all this juggle energy the first 10 days of January, especially the first full week. And this new moon is at 19 degrees of Capricorn, and it's connected, it's on the doorway of what's called the node, the planetary node of Pluto. And so it's very, very deep. And you may find that there's a few days on and off during this month where you may feel a little bit of a pull, or are they trying to manipulate me? Are they trying to control me? But it really is about self-empowerment. So even though there may be an experience of being in a relationship, a family member, a coworker, a boss, where you may feel they're, pushing on your boundaries a little bit more, this is a reminder from the universe to empower yourself. The sun After the new moon on the 9th, we go into the 10th. There's still this settling of this new moon energy. Set your intentions for what you want for yourself and what you expect from other people. So there's something about setting your intentions about what type of relationship you want, what type of relationship with family, friends, romantic, and maybe even especially your professional relationship. This will be especially important if you were born around July 7th. It's very strong for you. If it's the 6th, the 7th, 8th. This energy's extra focused. Like the flashlight is shining on all of Cancer, but the direct beam is more on July 7th. And as we shift into the later part of the month, when Venus, the sun goes into Aquarius, the energy lifts up a little bit for you, although the Aquarian energy is adjustment. It's like, okay, now I'm adjusting to things. What is it that I need to adjust to? It can be more mental oriented. You could want some more quiet time just to think about things. And the full moon a couple of days later on January 23rd, that full moon energy is highlighting a sector of your chart that is reminding you to be proud of your own talents and to see what, the balance between you and others, what you give and what they give, this flow of in and out, a reciprocal love, reciprocal time that is given in relationships. So the month ends with that. And also there towards the very end of the month, Mercury goes direct. And so if you have been wondering about certain relationships, what it is that I want to do, some of the Cancer energy, the universe is pushing you to do something completely different in life, a different career, or at least a different job. By the end of the month, you can get more answers or more clarity about what direction to go in and how to make the changes that you want to make in order to fulfill what you have discovered this month. Thank you so much, and I wish you a very happy new year and a happy January.